Do you know our writing patterns, the way we write, the strokes we make, these represent a lot of our unconscious and conscious patterns on the piece of paper. So these represent our personality traits, and that's what we are going to discuss. These include our personality variation, our behaviors, our thoughts and thought patterns, the way we make friends. It tells a lot. Like a writing analyst, by looking at your writing, it can tell about your whole personality. So that's what we are going to discuss today. That's what I learned in my last week course, and I've got wonderful feedback from my clients. And stick around at the end of the day. I am going to give a powerful tip to improve your self-esteem. So let's start our video. So as I mentioned that last week I was doing a short course on handwriting analysis, and I found it really fascinating that how our handwriting, it tells about our personality. So I was quite intrigued and I thought, okay, let's do this short course. So I started doing it, and I find out that it tells a lot about the personality of the person. By looking at the writing, you can tell this person's self-esteem, self-respect, self-confidence, how much this person take action toward its goal, toward its destiny. You can tell this person how many friends this person have, and how friendly this person is, or a very selective like a friendship area this person has, or this person emotional situation, how emotional this person is, or if like a lot of conscious and unconscious patterns you can by looking at the writing you can reveal. So what is a handwriting analysis? It's basically handwriting analysis. It says that this is a brain science. So we all know that 95% of our brain is a subconscious and 5% is a conscious. So when we as a child we started growing up, we started learning writing. So that part, like, we are evolving. So handwriting analysis, when we do like for the adults after 16 or 17 or 18 years age. Below that we don't do it. They need special professional education for children because their brain is still in the developing state. So adults, we do the analysis for the adults, and we can see their behavior patterns in the paper. So that was quite fascinating. So what we learned that, like, when we make a stroke, we will write, we use these fingers and we make different strokes. Like, for example, writing H, we're writing T, we're writing Q, we're writing G, O, A, all the alphabets, or even in any languages, the way we make a strokes, different type of strokes we are making, they are related to our neuromuscular connection. So it keeps making different connections every time in our mind. So what happened, like sometimes mood of the human being, it can be seen in the writing. Like, for example, someone in a hurry, so writing could be showing different emotions, and if your person is writing in a good mood and writing nicely, neatly, you can see the different emotions. However, some emotions, they are in their subconscious mind, because every time the person make a stroke, every time person write in a certain way, this movement, it create a certain, like, it activates certain nerves in our brain, and then it creates certain type of motion, and then it appear on the paper. So and then I got a chance to do analysis of at least 6-7 people. Handwriting analysis I did. Only few of them was my friend. Most of them, like, you remember, I was doing Ho'oponopono group, and as a bonus, I give them last day, like people who was attending in last day, I did some people was willing to they send me their writing sample to analyze, and I did their writing sample, and I got 95 to 100% feedback, and they was totally strangers for me. I do not know them. So if you go in my group, you can see the feedback, and I will add in my Facebook group as well, so you can see what people are saying. And people were so surprised that how by looking at the writing I can tell lots about their traits. So when you go deep in this knowledge, you can help people to guide them for where the areas of improvement. You can also guide them. So that is really like a fascinating thing I learned. And then another thing was so by looking at the writing, you can even tell, I mentioned this, like you can see the self-esteem of the person. And self-esteem basically is a combination of your self-respect and self-confidence. So when they are both together, you take action toward your goal. And when the people with a lower self-esteem, they will make excuses, and they will justify themselves. Oh, I haven't done this one because of this, I haven't done this one because of this. So like we justify ourselves for the different reason, because we haven't done or haven't moved toward the goal. And sometimes we see people and they stay in the same level of salary, same pay, and they spend years and years, and they do not dare to go to the managers and tell them or ask for the raise because of the lower self-esteem, the lower self-confidence or self-respect. Possibly they say they just like I said, the lack of self-confidence, the can't be bothered behavior. So this effect, and when you, another important thing I learned, like when you improve your writing according to the analysis, and when you professionally guide people, then when you improve your writing, you start making a stroke in a different type, then you start making a new neurological connection. Just like we do affirmations, and with the constant affirmations, when you do repetition, then you start making new neurological connections. So that's how our handwriting, it shows our what is hidden in our subconscious mind. You can see in the paper. Even you can see like this person, sometimes we have a fear and defenses, and how this person is respond to the fears and defends themselves. Some people like are very open and blunt. Some people they have like they use a sarcasm to defend themselves. Some people they just shy out, and the different type of defense mechanism people use. You can see in your writing, and how friendly you are, you can see in your writing. And some people like how they're like a deeply feel emotion, your sex drive, you can all see in your writing, the way you write, the pressure of the writing, and words, strokes you are making, everything like it shows up in your writing. And when you get a proper guidance, then it can help to improve your behavior. And sometimes you can see the writing of your partner, and it's not for judging them, not for criticizing them, if it's just to understand each other. And then okay, this person had this pattern, so how and these patterns, like whatever I'm discussing, they help us in any way. So how we can use this knowledge for our benefit. So it's basically all of us, we are unique individuals, and everyone writing is unique like our fingerprints. So now everyone has a different fingerprint. No other fingerprint is matches with each other. So exactly, your writing pattern, certain pattern, they are unique to you. So we must acknowledge whatever the feedback we get, and then according to that we can think how this knowledge is serving us, and how and where we can improve. So that's what I found in my a 3-day course. And if you want me to do your handwriting analysis, you can contact me on a WhatsApp group. and on a small fees I will be doing your handwriting analysis, because it takes like a good, when you're doing a proper analysis, it takes you at least good maybe half an hour to 1 hour to do a proper analysis of all the personal traits and where the areas of improvement are. But this is really interesting and interesting knowledge I found. So it is a time for today's tip to improve your self-esteem. As I mentioned, the strokes we make in our writing, it represent our hidden unconscious patterns. So this is about the letter T we write in our word daily. For example, some of us, we write letter T like this, and T bar is coming here. Some of us write letter T like this, T bar here. Some of us write a big loop and a more gap here and writing a T over here. Some of us write a T and T bar is here. So we write the different type of T's and different type of patterns we're using. So here you can see there is a V formation, and higher the V formation, it represents the different behavior trait. So V formation, you can see here the T bar, you can see that is like a less than 50%. Like for example, this is a total length and is coming less than 50%. So more the it depends on the percentage where the person is adding T bar, and these strokes count not on the way you write the letter, like where you are making a stroke. Even here you can see here the person if he's writing a T bar, and some of them I see the T bar and they're coming from here. There's nothing on the left side, on the right, and you can see the pointed end. Some of them they're writing like for example like this. Some T bars are like this. So we not making a complete T. Different people, they write a T in the different way. So these representing their unconscious patterns, and they tells a lot about your behavior traits. So healthy way of writing, I'm not going in more detail, because if you want me to do writing analysis, I can tell you the detail. But here I'm going to give you a healthy way to write T and T bar that will help to improve your self-esteem. So healthy way to write the T bar is write your letter T and a less loop, and here there is a V formation, less V formation, and then T bar, it must be like I will say go up the 90 to 95%, even more than 95% is really good. It shows your high self-esteem. Okay, I prefer to do like at least 95 to 90%, so it look like a smaller T, is a small T like this. Look at again like this, and it is like here I can still see the right side is more than the left side. So try to practice, because I'm practicing as well. So it is a really good tip I learned from my tutor, that when you write a T bar, equal side on both sides, left and right, it balance out your left and right side of a brain, and it improve your self-esteem. And when your self-esteem increase, it improve all the areas of your life. And our self-esteem is a combination of self-respect plus your self-confidence. So that's why we are here on a law of assumption, law of attraction community. We love to increase our improving our self-esteem. So this tip is gonna help you a lot. Daily do practice of 1 page of letter T, just letter T, and write the T bar on the top and balance it out on the both sides, not on the right, not on the left, not on the 50%. And some of them I saw they write over here. This is not a great sign. So that was a tip for today, and hope it adds some value in your life. So please let me know if it added some value, and share with your family and friends, and I will see you all in my another video. Bye.